Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Wholeness Campaign podcast. Today, we're going to be answering a question that we got about detox and just kind of discuss our favorite ways to detox and how we've been on our healing journeys individually and incorporated detoxification into it and the kind of benefits that we've seen, the different methods and modes that you can do in different seasons, and give you some tips and some resources if you're interested in getting started on your own detox journey. I will say right off the bat that we have a really amazing blog post, and I say really amazing not to toot my own horn, but because honestly, you guys, I've gathered like information from a lot of different sources to make this blog post of basically how to do a coffee enema. So coffee enemas are one way that you can detox, and this article goes through like all the details, the nitty-gritty details of doing a coffee enema, plus like how to make it more detoxing and less detoxing for depending on where you're coming from. So I would go and check that out. Honestly, we might make it into a course at some point and take down that article as a whole. So enjoy it while it's up. But seriously, some good way to get started if you're interested in dipping your feet in. Okay, so yeah, maybe we can just get started sharing like our own stories of detox and where we kind of got started with it.
Yeah, why don't we each share, or like our favorite detox methods.
Okay, yeah. So,
it's like we could each share our own favorite detox methods and why.
Yeah.
Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my favorite, my personal all-time favorite detox method is coffee enemas. And like I just said, I made a whole article about it because I've dug so deep into this topic. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But coffee enemas really were a huge game changer for me. I had gotten really far using nutrition, healing some of those really chronic symptoms that I was dealing with my brain. If you want to check out that other podcast where I shared like a little bit of my neurological journey and my gut healing journey. But detox was really the thing that skyrocketed my gut healing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the thing that changed it. So coffee enemas in particular were like the thing that I felt like made such a night and day difference that I ended up doing coffee enemas every single day for a year. I did them in various locations because we were trying to buy a house, and for the span of I think like 5 months we were living in like 6 different locations, and it would have been like friends' houses. We were like on people's kind of like couch surfing, in guest bedrooms, in hotels, like really living it up, if you know what I mean. But I literally did a coffee enema in every single one of these locations. This was part of that year because I just felt so good.
Why do you think the coffee enema itself took you to that next level, made you feel so good, really improved your gut health journey?
I think because you can do a lot of gut healing, but if you're not doing the detox support where you're able to actually get rid of the toxins, I talk about this a lot, where your liver functions to filter toxins. So if it's filtering toxins, it's kind of acting like a sieve. And I've heard people tell me, well, toxins aren't stored in the liver, Selena, so how could you detox your liver? That's one of the main things that coffee enema does. So how can you detox your liver by, if toxins aren't even stored there? But the truth is, if your liver functions as a filter and, like kind of like a sieve, and that sieve gets clogged up, just like a drain would get clogged up, the filter doesn't function the way that it's supposed to function anymore. So it actually ends up storing toxins, not on purpose, but kind of as a survival mechanism to help your body.
It's worn down.
It's worn down. And part of this detox process, especially with coffee enemas, is that it detoxes your liver. and it really like flushes out. It's kind of like cleaning out the sieve. And it is honestly one of the most effective ways to do that I know of. And you will feel it. Like I felt so much energy, so much relief from pain. Like my body almost like felt like euphoric. It's like it's a really weird feeling. I've never done drugs, but I can imagine if you like took some kind of really strong painkiller, that's kind of what it would feel like. Your body just, I mean, they used to use coffee enemas as painkillers for when people came back from war and they were amputated.
Yeah.
They would do coffee enemas when they ran out of anesthetics.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know. I think a lot of people feel like crap on a day-to-day basis because they're carrying so many toxins.
yeah,
It's like toxic overload. So I think just simply getting rid of that toxic overload,
yeah,
getting rid of
taking some off of your plate.
is the thing that is making you feel better. Isn't there someone that said like detox is the best energy supplement you can take or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that? Like there's this
yeah,
quote like detox is the best energy supplement you can take. It's
yeah.
better than a Red
Because
Bull.
it's getting to
It's
the root
better than
cause of why do you even have the energy issue in the first
yeah.
place.
What was that other quote that you said? Like
Oh, like this kind of goes back to like my process with nutrition, but like I heard somebody say that nutrition and like nutritional protocol dieting without detoxification is self-harm.
hmm,
And that's kind of a bold statement to make, but the reason is because when your body starts to trust you so much that you're nourishing it, you're giving it all the building blocks that it needs, you're juicing, you're doing all of these really nutrient dense things, like you're eating organ meats, you're drinking meat stock all the time, your body starts to gain the strength to start the detoxification process on its own. Ideally, your gut can actually do that. And so you heal your gut, you start restoring your strength and your nutrition, and your body will start to detox. But the problem is, people are so toxic nowadays that when your body starts to do that naturally, it can actually be harmful for your body
hmm,
because it's putting so much stress on the liver now,
yeah.
like releasing the toxins, but your body doesn't always know how to flush out all of that toxic load, like the amount that our bodies are experiencing in one go. And so supporting your detox pathways, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do it, but
Like what's an example of supporting a detox pathway?
so coffee enemas are a great way because
Yeah.
you want to like clearing out your colon is like if you're not regularly going to the bathroom, like you are reabsorbing from your colon. So
Yeah.
toxins, they actually found in autistic kids that they tended to be constipated. They tended to have not have a certain strain of beneficial bacteria in their gut. And like what ends up happening is they will like reabsorb. And I've heard somebody actually say that
Mm,
the longer that their autistic child would go without going to the bathroom, they would start to notice their autistic symptoms start to get worse. So
wow. Wow.
it would like they would start, whatever their symptoms would
Yeah.
be. I mean, I've heard this about
We've even seen that with with Ben, our
we've
son,
seen this.
where
Yeah,
he
who's like
will
he's not autistic, he's
no,
7 months, but
but he'll start to get really cranky the long if he hasn't pooed for a couple
right,
days.
right.
So
So you know, if you're not eliminating once every 24 hours, you are reabsorbing those toxins, um, and like they should not just be sitting there. So essentially, what an enema is doing, um, and it's similar to like a what do they call them? Like I forget what they call it, but
hmm.
like when they're the colon cleanse that
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just colon cleanse, right? Or
there's a
yeah,
word for it. Um, that when you do an enema, you're clearing out the colon, at least a good portion of the colon, and so anything that's like compacted, stuck on the sides of your
yeah.
intestinal lining that are just letting it sit
It's
there
just
and be
rotting. It's just
kind of
kind of
rotting
nasty.
and
Yeah,
getting reabsorbed.
yeah,
That's a detox pathway that could be like
yeah.
cleansed out with an enema. Another thing is like you want to focus on like lymphatic drainage. This is why something like exercise or even just like jumping on a trampoline, or I don't know if you've seen those like
Yeah.
vibration plates,
Yes.
that actually can break up toxins that are like stored in your lymph. Which
Yes.
interesting
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
is that a lot of the times that's actually what's causing obesity or like weight gain.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of reasons, but
What do you?
sometimes your toxins are literally stored in your fat.
Yeah. What do you think is one of the biggest things people get wrong about detox? Because detox is a word that's thrown around a lot. People are trying to do all these juice cleanses and
Yeah, yeah.
like, what do you think? What is there a right way to detox and is there a wrong way?
That's a good question. I think I think you have to go at your own pace. So like I don't know, we just found recently that I think there's a great benefit to taking some kind of binder while you're detoxing because sometimes when you do something like, for example, going into a sauna, uh, your body is starting to sweat out toxins. And I mean, people kind of know this
Yeah.
because people love that
Sauna is
saunas for
very
that reason.
popular
It's very
right now. Yeah.
popular because people know that you feel this like euphoric
Yeah.
feeling afterwards, and
Part of
that's
that is a
part of
detox.
that is the
Yeah.
detox.
Yeah.
You're sweating, your body is going to get rid of the toxins through sweat. So, um, what was the question again?
I don't know. Is there a right or a wrong way to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Is there a best
I
way?
I
Is there...
don't know if there's like right or wrong because people notice benefits from going into saunas all the time without taking a binder. But I do know people who have actually gone into saunas and had such terrible experiences because like ended up in the hospital
Because it was like
because it was too
it was too
detoxing.
much. Yeah.
So I think the way to detox always is to start slow and build your body's capacity to it. Um, this is kind of what I believe about food too, but really with detox, you want to start lower than you even think your threshold is, like a lot lower, because you don't want to be hitting your absolute max the first time you go in. It's too much for your body. And I think so that would be one of them. I would
Yeah.
say go slow. I would also like, yeah, take a binder. If maybe, I mean, you should talk to a practitioner about like what types of binders are helpful because some are better than others and
Yeah.
they're not all created equal. Um,
What's a binder?
a binder is anything that like binds to a toxin,
Heavy
contaminant,
metals
or
and
heavy
stuff like
metal
yeah.
in your body.
And
So
then you flush it out through
yes, you can.
peeing, right?
So a
Or
zeolite is an example of a binder that can get flushed through urine.
yeah.
Other binders get flushed in other ways, but
Oh.
um, yeah, it's like activated charcoal is a binder. I don't necessarily recommend activated charcoal,
Yeah, we don't really
um,
do that.
but anyway, there's like a lot of different things you can take that will bind to things, so that while you're doing that detox, your body's kind of just like being escorted. So you're also like detox escorts the toxins out while you're doing the nutrition,
I like
and then
that.
you also need the binder to kind of like also escort the toxins during the detox
Yeah.
itself. It's just a way to like kind of cover your
Yeah.
bases.
And I feel like a lot of people are, at least how I see like modern detox is people are trying to escort those toxins out as fast as possible,
Yeah.
but they're not supporting their bodies. So I want to
Right.
add this is like I think something that's so if you are looking to go detox more or go on a journey of detox, whether it's coffee enemas, sauna, you said like lymphatic stimulation type stuff like jumping on a trampoline,
Yeah.
that standing on that exercise plate that vibrates,
Yeah.
or taking binders like zeolites. It's also super important that you are replenishing
That's what I was
correctly.
gonna say. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the third thing
okay.
is yeah,
Yeah, like you're taking electrolytes, and also
nourishing.
like the way you eat is nourishing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that eat like crap
And then they just take a
and,
packet
and
of
they
electrolytes afterwards. It's
yeah,
like
they haven't changed how they eat at all, and they think that going in the sauna once a week or even every day is enough. And
yeah.
it's probably helping them to some extent,
Yeah.
But if
Sometimes you don't, the benefit only lasts for a short period of
yeah,
time though.
it's almost like if you really want to get something out of it, you need to slowly add in a detox method that is meeting you where you're at, your body can handle,
Yeah.
figure that out with a practitioner or go on your own journey of listening to your body and also slowly change what you're eating too and how you're replenishing. Those two things need to go together.
Right, right. It's I see a lot of people doing it wrong and then throwing the whole baby out with bathwater. And it, yeah, you really do have to be careful. I mean, even I won't get too into it, but like I think part of like why iodine stopped becoming a common protocol for people, like internal use of iodine, is because it started detoxing, and then people just threw the baby out with bathwater,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, this is causing these crazy reactions, and it's like,
Someone took it
well,
too far and then
yeah,
that kind of
yeah, or like their bodies, you were maybe using a protocol as a one size fits all, and
mm,
not
that's not how
everybody's body reacts the same way, so you can't just take a pill. Like some people, a speck is enough versus like some people need multiple, for it to be
drops.
drops, right?
Yeah,
Like,
versus
yeah, iodine's a whole separate conversation,
yeah.
but it's interesting that you, yeah, you see a lot of these influencers online sharing detox methods, but you don't see their whole process behind the scenes, and I think it can be important to see like the
Yes.
back end, like,
I would say everything you're doing to support the method that you're using is just as important. So like I like to do coffee enemas, I like sauna,
yeah.
and
Tell them about like your
yeah,
process
I
with
would say
like
like
detox.
my main three detoxes are coffee enema, sauna, and then the zeolite. And I don't do that as much as I used to, but like it's the
And
switch.
you exercise all the time,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, even exercising in
yeah.
and of itself,
Oh yeah.
that movement, people don't think of it that way, but
Oh, it's
that's
totally a
one of the
detox.
reasons why you feel so good after you exercise is it's stimulating your lymphatic system and it's the movement
Your circulation, yeah.
is like draining that system.
Yeah.
So in a good way, right? So yeah, those are the things I like to do. But something that I've learned that is so important is I need to be also doing all the things to because I do those things a lot. I do a
Right.
coffee enema almost every day. I exercise 3 to 5 times a week. I'm in the sauna
Right.
3 times a week. If I don't hydrate, eat good food,
You will feel
drink meat stock, I will feel like
it.
crap.
Take it from his wife.
And I know this because I've been there before.
Yeah.
So it'll almost have the reverse side effect of like it'll make you feel worse.
Yeah.
So if you don't find the balance that is needed for you, sometimes I need to draw back. Sometimes I need to not do a coffee enema or not go to the sauna or so it is a process of listening to your body and finding the methods that work for you and that you like and that you enjoy and meet with a practitioner or if that's helpful too. Um, because yeah, we're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you what's worked for us.
Right.
So, but I'll tell you, like, coffee enemas they've been huge for me, even bigger than sauna,
I
because,
know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, this is
s-
the guy who thought I was like literally insane for doing it every single
yeah,
day. I mean, I kind of look like a
yeah,
lunatic doing it everywhere I was, but you get it now. You like did it your
yeah.
second time, and
That's
you
probably been the best detox method. That's been the method that's made me feel the best
the
overall.
fastest, right?
Yeah, just overall, like, because I was doing sauna a lot before I really started doing coffee
And you can get
enemas.
like a high
Yeah.
from a sauna. There's nothing like a high from a coffee
And I
enema.
would say, honestly, I think it's really the combination because it's when I really started to take my nutrition seriously, when I was really giving my body the food it needed. That combo with the detox,
Right.
that I think is what took my to the next level. Because like I was saying, a lot of people are doing one but not the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're wondering, why aren't I getting better? why isn't this detox thing working? They're still not feeling. I was not eating that great and doing sauna, and I'd feel good sometimes, but I wasn't feeling good every day.
Yep.
So you have to have the different pieces of that puzzle,
Yeah,
I think.
no, I
So
mean, not Dr. Natasha, like, is so clear that the GAPS nutritional protocol. So we've done GAPS. It's like a food-based nutritional healing protocol. They really try to say that it's not a diet, because whenever you say it's a diet, people are like, "Oh, it's only food." But it's a healing
yeah, it's not just
protocol.
food. Yeah.
It's not just food. There's a lot of different lifestyle pieces, and detoxification is a very clear component of it.
Mhm.
But there are a lot of um, people I know who have tried GAPS, and they're like, it doesn't work because they just do the food. And like I said, I was kind of there where I did the food for a year and a half, and I got pretty far,
Yeah.
but I didn't get as far as I did when I finally started adding in detox.
Yeah.
And
It's the
and she didn't say that. She said in her book, she's like, you have to include these things. This is part
yes.
of it. And you skim over the enema section and you think she's crazy. I'm not sticking anything up my ass. Like,
Yeah, and
but
if you're not ready for that, don't do it. That's up to you.
right,
If you want to go there, we're only telling you how it's helped us. So it's look, you can go as far as you want to go with this thing,
right,
but you might have to do some things that make you feel uncomfortable for the sake of your health.
yeah,
So you choose how uncomfortable you want to get and how much this really matters to you. Because for me, when I started to come face to face with my thyroid issues, how horrible I felt, brain fog, fatigue, I had to get over my fear of the enema. I had to get over the I don't want to put this thing in my butt. What are people going to think about me?
yeah,
Or even just like, yeah, the weirdness around it. If you want the thing bad enough, you don't care. And then the thing actually starts to help you. And now I'm starting to talk about it more because when you find something that's really helped you, you want to share that with other people.
right,
It's like it's real to you. It so that's kind of where I'm at now is I can't share my healing journey without talking about coffee enemas
yeah,
because it wasn't just the nutritional aspect. It wasn't just the food. It was everything. But it wasn't just if I was just doing coffee enemas, that wouldn't probably be enough.
yeah,
Or if I just was doing this, it's all the things. It's even the supplements I've started to take, like iodine, selenium, zinc. I'm taking like a
yeah. There are
desiccated
some like
beef
supplements that are super
thyroid.
helpful.
So it's like all the things. And if this is a huge takeaway, is like if you are looking to incorporate this more, just know that there is no one solution, or there's not just
Right.
one thing that solves it all. There's not just coffee enemas are the solution to
I
everything.
know. I
It's
tend to think it's like the closest thing, but no, they're
they are
great. But I
great,
completely agree.
but you need all the
Yes,
things
you do.
because if I removed any one of them from the equation, I wouldn't feel as good.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like finding the right supplements for you, finding the right nutritional protocol for you, finding the right detox methods for you, and then building this whole like arsenal, this whole
Yeah. To
um,
the point where like
plan.
when we encounter, if you get exposed to something, you start feeling like crap, whether it's through food, whether it's an environmental thing, we are a product of our environment. You now have this arsenal of, like, we'll bring a coffee enema kit
Yeah,
and ingredients with us on vacation because we're
yeah,
going to be exposed to different environments, different types of foods. We're not in our like little bubble, and you have a kit, like a
yeah,
little all your little weapons
yeah,
to fight off whatever comes your way. So I mean, you're not becoming your own doctor, but you're learning your body enough to be able to serve yourself.
hmm
And I mean, self healing I feel like it sounds a little new agey, but I'm not trying to be new
yeah.
agey. It's kind of like,
You're becoming an active participant in your own healing journey.
that's a great way to say it.
So people say self healing. It's not like I have this mystical, magical power to heal myself. I'm just becoming an active participant in
Right.
the choices. I'm not just like passively sitting by, like wondering, like, why am I getting sick all the time? This and this is and that. but I'm eating like crap and I haven't changed anything.
Right.
It really is. This whole thing is simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
The answers are out there. This They're there if you want them. All you gotta do is
Mhm.
look. All you gotta do is listen to this video.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is find people that are actually doing it.
Mhm.
Simple. It's not easy though. Because if it was
No.
easy,
Everyone would be doing it.
everyone would be doing it. They would,
Mhm.
right? And I share with people like what we're doing, what I'm doing, and then they say, "Oh, I can never do that." And people just they count themselves out so fast.
Yeah.
They take themselves out of the race so fast. And I think anyone will do anything if they really need to.
Yeah.
If the stakes get high enough, or if
Right.
their back is against the wall enough, or it
Yeah.
matters to them enough,
Yeah.
whatever that may be, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you wanna
Can I
any
close?
closing? Yeah.
No, I think that's great. I think, um, yeah, I would just encourage you to incorporate detox support. Like I can't say it enough. You just have to find some place to start, even if it's minimal, even if it's little. Find what is going to work with your schedule, with your lifestyle. I actually made a whole YouTube video on like how to incorporate how to incorporate detox into your lifestyle, like because I think even just on a time basis, like baths can take a long time, but they're also a really great way to de-stress. But you have to
Yeah.
make time for that. You have to make space for it. You got to like have enough buffer in your life to be able to take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
you might have to not watch a TV show so you could take a detox bath.
Yeah, or like yeah, find ways to incorporate it into your schedule, pair it with something that feel makes it into something you're looking forward to,
Mhm.
as opposed to something that just feels like a medical procedure. Because I think at the end of the day, detox is a form of self care
Totally.
and loving yourself and
Yeah.
taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself back to health. And it should feel like that. And even though enemas feel like sound kind of weird, believe it or not, enemas have started to become this time of like beautiful self care where,
Yeah.
like, in the morning, if you do one, you get your alone time, you get this space to just like relax, unwind,
You're
decompress.
slowing
You have to
down.
slow down. It
Yeah.
forces you to slow down. And in this world where we are just constantly bombarded with like busyness and the influx of toxins, there's something even metaphoric about just like slowing down and detoxing, taking like release releasing the toxins and flushing them. Like I don't know, it's a little symbolic, but it's this idea that you're like I don't have to carry that
Yeah.
anymore.
You're letting go. You're slowing down enough to let go.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you got anything valuable out of this, please like and subscribe to my channel. We make podcasts like this every single week right now, and we're excited to share all the different topics that we're currently processing through with when it comes to healing, nutrition, alternative medicine, and honestly, like the emotional, spiritual background behind these things. So, um, comment, subscribe. We are so excited to have you, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.